No, get out of here.
That's
That's okay. That's okay. Good afternoon. This is Deb Amlen for the New York Times, and welcome back to Heroes, Comedy Heroes.
absolutely. Here's how magicians solve
Wow.
You can
That's what we're doing. One of those, Elaine. Stay over. Wow. We are going to be feeding Sam sugar and see how much it actually takes for him to lose his ability to solve. Right. This is science. We're doing this for science, Sam. Good afternoon. This is Deb Amlen for the New York Times, and I'd rather be outside too. But we're here and we're all going to solve together, and it's totally worth it because this puzzle will blow your mind. But before we get started, I just wanted to welcome back my solving buddy, Sam Ezersky. How you doing, Sam?
Doing all right, and I will be the official one to welcome you all to Crosswords Live.
Oh, that's
what we're all
right.
about
Sorry,
here.
I was having a little bit of spring and summer fever.
I really want to be outside right now
I
too, but let's have fun. What's more fun than solving
That's
puzzles?
outside, shall we? I wish we could. It's pretty noisy where I live.
Oh, where you live, huh?
Yeah. Well, yours is probably even noisier. But see, it's different noises though. See, you have cars and taxis and stuff. I have leaf blowers.
Mm-hmm.
People
There's scaffolding right across the street from me, so there's a bunch of construction.
Oh wow!
But I do not envy the leaf blowing.
Yep. But you know what? We're gonna make it through this because the puzzle is totally worth it. This one blew my mind. I've seen this shtick before, but you never really expect it. It hasn't happened for a while, and I loved it. The puzzle is by Trenton Charlson, who appears fairly frequently.
Yeah, this is like 29 puzzles in the Times, and a regular Thursday constructor in particular. Like Trenton loves his gimmicky puzzles. This will be a good one from him.
Me too.
For sure.
Wow, this is we've got a lot of people with us today. Todd Booth says you've switched sides. I don't know. I guess that may just be the way Restream or whatever we're using is putting us on the screen right now.
Deb got to the cool side first. They just put me on the other side. Them's the breaks.
That's right. Isaac, our intrepid producer, says that's pretty much the case. Hello, Valeria. Good to see you. Freak Lunchbox is back. How you doing? Says this was a lot of fun. Excited for your puzzle tomorrow, Sam. It might take me 2 hours, but it'll be fun. Cheers. Wow.
Thank you.
This is a great one by Trenton Charlson, and he is a Thursday pro, as you said. Let's see. Claudio is here. He says, sad to say I missed the last 2 Thursdays, but I'm glad to be back. We're glad to have you, Claudio.
Welcome back.
Come solve with us. I usually start by looking for gimmies, but this was a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, if you know your poets, that'll help. If you
Yeah,
know your early search engines.
I will tell you that I did know 4 down.
Okay, you did know 4 down. What do we have here?
I did. That was Dean's List.
Oh, I was thinking Craig's. Oops, wrong first name.
Not enough letters for that, but Dean's List for some reason just jumped into my head, and that gave me 1 across. Because who knows? I mean, Oklahoma is great. If anybody out there who lives in Oklahoma, but who outside of Oklahoma knows the state at a county level?
Whoa. Our intrepid crossword solvers do. Let's not take a coastal elite approach here, Deb. Surely we know Enid, Oklahoma.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's 4 letters ending in a D, and the location that pops up most in crossword puzzles in Oklahoma is Enid. So that's how I was able to figure it out.
Could you imagine if we drew a map based on, one of those population maps with large dots or, but, in relation to the cities that pop up most in the New York Times crossword, like Enid is basically repping Oklahoma and all the lower Midwest.
Absolutely. It'd be funny to see in different states where things pop up in the crossword world. If somebody's out there who is a cartographer. Let's get on that, okay?
Let's do it. Closely followed by Ada, Oklahoma.
Send it to NYT Games send it to nytgames@nytimes.com. We'd love to see it.
Yes.
Well, let's see. Oh, Trenton is here.
Oh, welcome, Trenton.
Welcome, Trenton. Valeria is saying, oh, everybody probably thinks it was easy. Maybe it was still too hard for me. You know what? It's Thursday, Valeria. That's the thing. You got to cut yourself some slack. Now, one thing I want to say is it's not going to happen right away, but we are planning to start a Monday live stream.
Ooh.
We don't have a date for it yet, but we want to show the people who are afraid to get started or think it's too hard for them what a Monday solve is like. And we may have somebody who is a beginning solver just so you can see their learning process.
So that's basically code for it. Deb and Sam talk too much and don't talk about the crossword enough.
And we're getting replaced. We'll stick to the Thursday. Let somebody else take over for a while. We're planning all sorts of great video things for this year, so I hope you guys will tune in. Yeah. Let's see.
Deb, I just want to jump in. I've got 14 across. I'm so certain of it. It's not a fill in the blank. But let me tell you that 1 of 3 at the start of a Pac-Man game is for sure a life. And they go away, for me at least, very quickly after that.
You know what? You're right. And I have to say, I got tripped up by that one. I really thought, I was thinking Ghost. I was thinking the characters.
Yep. Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Sue or Clyde, depending on which version you're playing.
Yeah, everybody's saying, oh, wow, more crosswords live. That's nice. Absolutely. Thank you. We are here. The reason we hadn't done it before is we just didn't have enough people. But now that, the team is expanding, we're going to try to do more lives. I'm going to bring you the editors behind the scenes. We're going to bring you how to construct.
Well, that's if they can coax the editors. I'm certainly not I'm a face for radio.
If I dangle an Oreo in front of you, would that help, Sam?
That works. I can allow it. Depends on how sweet your column is about my puzzle tomorrow.
All right. Yes, and I did want to say I'm very happy because Sam's puzzles usually appear on the weekends, which I don't write. The alarmingly dangerous Caitlin Lovinger writes those. So I never get to solve your puzzles anymore. But tomorrow is Friday, and I am on duty, and I am so happy because it was a great one.
This is my way of saying I'm not downright dastardly, only appearing on Saturdays or making hard spelling bees. I like doing the, ever so slightly easier Friday puzzle from time to time. So here you have it. There's a little mini theme too. Be on the lookout for it.
I loved that. And Sujatha Surdar says Monday is easier. The only ones I can complete in under 15 minutes.
Oh, nice.
And
that's impressive.
You know what? That's awesome. And yes, Mondays are much more straightforward. That's why we encourage people to start with the Mondays and work their way through the week. Quaketastic has a really good question, Sam. I've been working on a crossword. How would I go about submitting it?
Oh, most
That's the question of the hour.
So glad you asked. And then we should probably get back to this puzzle.
Yes.
But yes,
sorry, Trenton.
All our puzzle submissions are digital now. And anybody watching this stream right now can submit a puzzle to the New York Times for review. Just as Trenton Charlson wrote this puzzle, and I guess even myself with tomorrow's puzzle, everybody submits a puzzle for the whole editorial team to review, which is Will Shorts, Joel Faliano, myself, Tracy Bennett, and Winna Liu. We are the dream team, and Everdeen Mason helming the editorial team as our editorial director. You can go to...
I'm sorry to jump in. Isaac has put the link to the submissions box on the stream. If you care to write it down or click through and bookmark it, that's the best way to submit a puzzle.
Thank you, Isaac, voice of God, for capturing that, because I could not remember the URL to save my life, and that was going to be my caveat in the second half. But follow the URL that Isaac has provided, and submit your puzzles there. Anybody can submit a crossword. We get back to you within 3 months, and we look forward to reviewing whatever you send our way. Seriously, got to start somewhere.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Michael Cohen is solving the puzzle all by himself in the comments. So let's get started with this. And Quaketastic is thank you. And he's going to get to work on it.
Excellent.
So let's see. And Marilyn Johnson is here and says 17 across is Inca.
Is Inca. I like ancient pyramid builders. Let's try that. Why not? I like that guess. Let's see. Get further mileage from. We've got heartbeat. Again, this is a Thursday, so don't think about like, you're dead on clues. Like some of these, like, what else could a
Well,
heartbeat mean?
don't limit yourself. The whole trick to lateral thinking is not saying it's definitely not this. The trick is to say, what else could this mean?
Exactly.
So a heartbeat can be the beating of a heart, literally. It could be a fluttering feeling, or it could be a measurement of time.
So you're telling me like a sec, a
Like
jiff.
crack, right. And I like sec much better than mo in a mo.
Oh, well, it's for anybody named Mo out there. I'm
It's
sorry that
gotta be
Deb had to
hard.
say that. No offense should be taken there. We love all of you solvers.
Now, if I don't get to you, the comments are scrolling pretty quickly. So if I don't get to you, please forgive us. We are not intentionally skipping you. I just have to keep one eye on the puzzle and one eye on the comments. Michael Cohn is celebrating Throwback Thursday with 37 across as
Oh
Alpha
boy.
Vista.
That is Alta Vista, something that I, of course, learned only through crosswords, but that's
Of
okay.
course,
Something here's
because
for everybody.
you are a wee lad.
I try.
Now, the funny thing is where your brain goes with this. I could not, for some reason, my brain got stuck on Buena Vista.
Oh.
And I couldn't get to Alta to save my life.
That's okay. No rebuses in this puzzle, spoiler alert.
Well, yeah, spoiler alert. I thought it was a rebus, and boy, was I wrong. Bruce Giordano's with us, and he says 7 down is the Roman number numeral 3.
I, because Junior's son, maybe something junior, something
Could be the
the
third.
third.
Right.
That would be that person's son.
A lot of people are agreeing that 24 across is reuse.
Is reuse, get further mileage from, reuse. Yep. And I just want to jump to 51 across because we're talking about fill in the blanks that you just know.
Oh, yeah.
Whew, there's no other way to clue. I mean, actually, there probably are, but like, even for a Thursday, we're just going to give you Bryn Mawr College and be done with it.
We have some people who are taking pause with 17 across.
Interesting. Why is that?
Well, if you look at 1 down, which I think is probably the most brilliant clue in the entire puzzle, 1 down is brand that many people stick with. Now, that is an interesting clue because right away you start to think about brand loyalty, people who just use a brand and stick with it their whole life. But that's not what this clue is saying, is it, Sam?
No, it is not. I actually just typed in the answer because I couldn't help myself.
And if you're wondering how we got to Elmer's, which a lot of people have mentioned, and I think somebody else mentioned that the 17 across is in fact Maya.
It's the Maya, indeed. That's a tough one. You see 4-letter Empire shows up in the crossword all the time, ends in A. I'd go for Inca as well. I have to tell you.
Inca was a perfectly cromulent guess.
It's a perfectly cromulent guess. Thank you, Deb.
Thank you. But Elmer's is taught another lesson in what else could it mean. You can stick somebody by poking them. You can stick something together by, adhering it. And in this case, we are talking about sticking something with glue. The brand would be Elmer's.
Exactly. Elmer's glue, brand that many people stick with for their, for their school supplies purchases, at least. So we've got, what else do we have?
I'm sorry, good. Natanya is here and she says 15 across is Alice.
Oh yeah, Tea Party Crasher of Fiction
That's
is Alice.
Right, Alice in Wonderland.
Confirm the I right there.
Let's see.
Germanic language. Doofus. Oh, I should know this. Oh yeah, that's idiot.
What are you calling a doofus, Sam?
Myself, of course.
There was a lot of that in this puzzle. Did you notice that?
Trenton's poking fun at us for not picking up on the theme soon enough.
Names. Now, 9 Bark Outfitters has a long one. He got 2 down, he or she or they, I'm not really sure. Says she played Nicole Chapman on Fame. The answer is Nia Peoples.
Nia Peoples, lovely. You actually see Nia a lot in the grid because it's a really friendly 3-letter name for constructors to have. Now, so lovely to get the full name of Nia Peoples in this puzzle. I really liked that.
There's another name. I don't remember in this puzzle or in your puzzle tomorrow.
It's probably going to be right here. The Entertainer?
Yes, thank you. You want to talk about crossword friendly? The answer is Lola
It's
Falana.
Lola
Look at
Falana.
that letter pattern.
I love
Vowel,
seeing these names in the puzzle.
vowel all the way through.
Deck the
Right?
halls, Lola Falana. Sorry.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. Oh, thank you
Yep.
for Lola Falana for your excellent crossword-friendly name, which really helped Trenton throughout this grid, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Ditto to you,
Yeah.
Nia, wherever you are.
And let's see. Dawn Brightsman is with us and said that was a great clue. Grace Lichtenstein is here and says, hey, Sam, love your bee.
Cheers. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Solving.
absolutely. 9 down was a tricky one. And Bruce Giordano says the answer is tet, which I thought this was awesome. Was this your clue?
This was not. I did not edit this puzzle. That's probably why y'all are sailing through it.
Rodin's Thinker, the name of his statue was the Thinker. But look at the clue carefully. Not only is there a question mark, but the word thinker,
lowercase t.
the lowercase t. If it was the statue, it would be an uppercase t because it would be a proper name. So what we're talking about really is a synonym for a thinker or a head. And because Rodin, Monsieur Rodin, was French, the answer has to be in French. And the French word for head is tête.
There you go. That's the brilliant trickery you get to when you work your way up to the Thursday solve. You get to see more clues like these that just make you say, "Oh my gosh, that's incredible." We love seeing that from our contributors. We get so excited.
Absolutely. Rick de Natal says 1 down got me started with a bad guess in Scotch, as in tape fits too.
Oh, that's still a great guess.
It is blocked his northwest passage for a while, and that, you know what, that'll happen, Rick. The nice thing is you have an eraser if you're solving in print, or you have a delete key. So you can always
several hundred years later, I'm impressed you're still in search for the Northwest Passage.
Right. Valeria Silvestri says that Lola Falana was very famous in Italy.
Oh, cool. No kidding.
Yeah, that's great. Michael Cohn says, ew, moist. Michael, when you post, could you please tell us the number so we can find it?
I got you. This one's stuck in my mind way too much.
I know.
Clammy.
I cringed a little bit, but I'm sure Trenton had a good reason for this.
Exactly.
Let's see. Okay, yes, 5 across, thank you. Bruce Giordano says 22 across is regular.
Regular, 87 octane gas. That's one way to clue regular.
What I put in my car. Yes, no extra octanes for me.
No extra octanes for you, Deb.
Let's see. James C says 8 down, and I believe somebody else said this is Scorsese.
Exactly. 9-time Oscar nominee for Best Director. I believe he only won once. If that. Did he even win once? I couldn't tell you.
Wow. That's really hard to believe with everything he's put out. 9 Bark Outfitters says 20 across is eponyms. I loved
this
word.
clue.
Yes.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Ohm, hertz, and Newton. They're units.
And they are not but they're not the units, are they? Because they're initial capped. They would be lowercase if they were the units of measurement. These are these are the names of the people who discovered them. And an eponym is a thing that is named for somebody who had a hand in their discovery.
Although curiously, at least I know from some spelling bee gripes that Mach, like the speed of sound, is named for Ernst Mach. That's your eponym there. That is, it gets a capital M in dictionaries when you write it as a unit. So one that isn't lowercase. Curiously enough, I don't know why. What happened? Was Newton just decided he was too famous? What's that?
He had a better PR person.
Clearly, honestly, he wanted to be recognized in spelling bee. Mach didn't know what he was doing.
Let's see. Laura says 13 down is snarfs.
Wolf's down is snarfs down. Word. The preposition here follows both this word and the answer for it to equate perfectly. Ends in an S.
Yeah, maybe you can help us with this, Sam. A lot of people on wordplay when this pops up, tend to ask, what's the difference between snarfs and scarfs? Because you can scarf down food unless we've all been using it incorrectly.
No, I think, honestly, I wonder if snarfs is an egg corn. in that, you know, someone just said it once in dialect because it's cutesy and playful, like scarfs. It means the exact same thing. So I guess that's all the more reason to check a crosser here. But
I
it very
guess
much
so,
could have been
yeah.
scarfs.
Now, Valeria says that ampere was also an eponym.
Ampere was also an
Yeah,
eponym, indeed.
absolutely. Dawn Brightsman says, what is it? I'm sorry, I can't see the numbers. My eyes are really.
You're good. Say the answer. I'll find it.
Which is why I need to go outside. Says the answer is William Howard Taft. That long down.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. That's 11 down. Who said presidents come and go, but the Supreme Court goes on forever? Well, that makes sense, seeing that Taft served on the Supreme Court after president.
Right.
But let's start throwing this.
Okay. Now, you know that this is his first time in the puzzle.
Yeah, and I mean, that makes sense because his name's 17 letters. Well, so yeah, no wonder he hasn't appeared before. Well, what are we doing here? This doesn't make any sense.
No.
I mean, I guess I'll just leave it, but
I mean, he had to. It's a shame too, because he had to wait 90 years to be in the New York Times crossword.
It really is. He didn't live to see the day, but that's okay. I'm sure the Taft family is basking in their glory right now.
I'm sure they are.
Clearly more of an achievement here than to have one of your relatives be a U.S. president.
I think so. So Natanya and Loris both tried scarves, but got snarfs from the crosser, and that was great. That's all you can do. I had a hard time with the crosser because honestly, it makes sense now in retrospect, but I don't normally think of a person of outstanding importance as
Nah, why are you lying?
Why are you lying?
Why are you lying?
Oh, so let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10 across. Saddle making tools. One of the first words I ever got by myself in a crossword puzzle. Alls, AWLS.
All's well that ends well.
That's
you know, you have your moist.
Oh, I feel a theme coming on.
We've got So wait. So then we've got our Unalaska inhabitant crossing.
That's Aleut.
That's Aleut's crossing. Ella Wheeler Wilcox. We're halfway done. This has to be stiff.
Yeah,
with a diabolical clue, huh?
Don't do this, people. I used to work as a server, and it's really, really hard work. Leave something when you go out to eat, if you're going out to eat.
Honestly, don't leave just something. Leave a good amount too.
Yeah.
Tip a good amount. Tip those good servers that are been on the front lines this whole pandemic. Really.
Oh yeah. Dawn Brightsman says the theme that she got the theme on 11 down. I don't think we're quite there yet, though. Do you?
No, I mean, we're trying to figure out how to jam in 4 letters into 2 squares. If that, it might not even be Howard. Something's wrong. Welcome to Thursday, everybody. We will figure out what in the world is wrong.
Anything could be happening.
Anything is possible.
The puzzle could even be dribbling for all we know. And that is a hint, but not a spoiler. So, and Dawn Brightsman agrees, yes, even on takeout, don't stiff them. Absolutely, Dawn.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nora Sharp is here and says, go Sam.
Cheers. Thank you, Nora. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
And people are appreciating the theme. Michael Cohn says 3 down is if you catch my drift.
Okay, that's for sure right. We know this.
Gotta be.
I mean, look at all those letters. If you catch, okay, so it has to be if you catch my. Well,
wait a minute.
We have the same problem. Huh. There's 5 letters left, and we have 3. Is this kind of like some sort of permutation problem?
Did the puzzle shrink, Sam? You didn't wash the puzzle didn't shrink, did it? You didn't wash it on hot or anything?
I honestly wouldn't put it past Joel to do something that dunderheaded. So maybe we just left out. I'll bring this up to our dev team. We must have left out the 2 extra rows, clearly.
Must be. Michael Cohn says 43 across is Fiona, and I like that clue very much too.
Love clues like this, even if you see right through them. Apple found on Apple Music. I mean, you
That's
can say
Fiona Apple.
Fast. That's Fiona Apple, indeed.
That's back and forth. Say chat.
That's
based
chat.
Based on the letters.
Indeed. What is this crossing? Bug. Oh. Ooh, well, that's tough. TA blank. I don't know. Skip.
Yeah.
In case it's of interest. ... F and 2 letters. Ooh.
FYI.
That's FYI.
I use that a lot.
I do use that a lot.
I like using
PSA. What's that?
Yeah, no, it's sort of like I use it at like heads up.
Yeah.
But Nora is saying, I wonder if it's Thursday up in here again. I don't know. It could be. It could
It
very well
perhaps
be.
not necessarily up in here, but particularly underneath, toward the bottom of the
Oh,
puzzle. It
yeah.
is
Well,
Thursday under here.
that's quite a
Um,
giveaway, Sam.
Underwear. We've got
Right.
openly condemned. What we've got? Game show losers prize. I'm jumping all
Ah,
around. We've got movable aerial platform. This is
that
tough.
was a
Trenton,
tough
come on,
one.
man. Cut us some slack. Actress Don. Okay, do we know our I have not seen Clueless. I'm sorry.
You know what? This was one of the ones where I take a guess, and each time I get a right letter, I keep moving, and before I know it, I've solved the puzzle. I have no idea who she is. But I started out by saying, all right, well, it looks like it could be Alyssa. So let's start putting in an E and an L and an I and an S. Then I had Elise.
That's a very fortunate guess, Deb. It is
Yeah.
correct.
Um, well, it helped that you had the Howard there, because at first I put Elise and then that wasn't right. So
I
I
would have guessed like Irina. Oops.
you know, could be. A lot of Grace Lichtenstein and Dawn Breitzman are both saying Elisa.
Excellent.
Laura had
Thank you
36
both.
down.
36 down. Yeah, the
That was a
movable
tough
aerial
one.
platform.
That's a scissor lift. That must be it's one of those things where they have that
is
thing
or
like this and it raises you up on a platform.
well, we're having the same. Okay, something is going on with this puzzle, shrinking, or we can't print. Like, is this like this with
Or is
all the
it,
down
did you
answers?
look underneath? Is it folded? I mean, folded up under?
I'd
Look
lift
on
up
the
my
back of the
laptop
puzzle,
in
Sam.
a comedic act on this stream, but I don't want to get any unflattering angles of myself. So
Oh, see, and I don't even care anymore. I'm like, but let's see. 9 Bark Outfitters says 48 down. 48 down is ply.
is ply.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to point something out, Deb. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like wondering if something's just happened to like, just the bottom two rows of the puzzle. But right here, I know for a fact I love Catch 22, one of my
Me
favorite
too.
books. Yossarian's temp meet in Catch 22 is or.
Yes.
So that's right. There's no funny business with this letter, this answer right here. What about even this fervency?
Fervency. Well, I do know that the minestrone.
Oh, this got to be Oreo.
It's got to be no, yeah. Well, I would dunk an Oreo in just about anything.
I mean,
But
we've seen so
I
many.
think it's orzo.
Cookie dunked in minestrone, 4 letters.
Right.
Okay, so this is gonna get us
letters.
zeal.
So that's got to
So
be
that
zeal.
fits.
Yep.
So then what's going on? Cathedral area, that's altar.
Yeah. So we got the T.
Scissor. I'll go ahead and put in the I.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and put in the A.
Huh.
It's bigger than a.
We're missing F and T at the end of both of those.
Oh.
I wonder if that could have something to do with the theme, Sam.
Nah. Come on. Don't be so naive. We've got order. It's bigger than a family. This is taxonomy right here. King Philip, king over
right.
4 good spaghetti. Okay, so yes, it's the 4th tier down below class.
Well,
Digging out my high school bio.
Right. Let's throw in Spy Swap at 47 across, thanks to Bruce Giordano.
Thank you, Bruce. That gives us tap for bug, like a mic.
Yeah, if you tap somebody's room. Not that I would know anything about that.
This is or and real. Ooh, I like this clue
so
too.
we've got William Howard Ta and Scissor Lit.
I like how you're print.
Okay.
Scissor
Right.
Lit.
Right.
Well, there's a bit of a flatulence under this grid.
Laura says no, it's just a mistake in the New York Times crossword. You know
it
what?
Wouldn't be the first time,
It wouldn't be the first time, although Will doesn't like, to admit that. But
just
you know
don't
what?
tell Will. Just don't tell
People thinking they found mistakes in the New York Times crossword is almost an Olympic sport at this point. Wouldn't you agree?
So then what is finding a mistake in spelling bee? Is that like that's
just, don't even go. That's basically a whole Twitter
that doesn't
war.
take any gymnastic feats. That's just you playing on the playground. Happy to have spelling bee be your playground. What do we have here? Oh, like Havarti. We love our cheeses, Deb. What could this be?
We do. At first I really wasn't sure. I knew it had to do with cheese, but those are semi-soft.
I was just gonna say semi-soft.
Huh.
So there's
Okay.
another. Okay, FT, FT, FT. What in the world is going on here?
Well, Bruce Giordano agrees with semi-soft. I honestly don't know. I think people are going to start to catch on in a bit. Either that or we're going to blow their minds.
Super duper drill command Uranians, e.g.
That was a tough one. I was thinking, what category do they belong to? Because that's what you think of when you.
That's what you call the isotopes. It's uraniums.
That's right, uraniums and their half-life. No, they're ETs.
They're ETs.
I mean, not to themselves, of course, but to Earthlings.
I was gonna say to us. We should have added that caveat just so we don't exclude all the ETs solving our crosswords. Uranians to Earthlings.
Now, a light just went on. Dawn Brightsman says, another FT not there.
Another FT not there. Is this a FaceTime puzzle?
You're your chin too, huh?
Like areas. Go for it.
Somebody cut away the final squares. Yeah, we think either that or it shrunk.
They gave me the scissors for the scissor lift so that I could go through and actually snip them all out.
Now, sorted, is that seamy?
That is seamy, indeed. Huh. I was going to guess right above it, like areas around waterfalls. And again, it's all about part of speech here. This is how you get better. Notice the like. We're looking for an adjective. Right. It's going to be misty.
Right. Very good. Let's see. We've got this one I always have to look it up.
Always have to look it up. You've seen this that many times.
I'm going to remember that Yggdrasil of Norse mythology is a tree, and it's an ash tree.
Whoops. It's an ash tree.
And Dawn Brightsman is very relieved that there's no rebus today. Me too, Dawn.
Honestly, same.
This is actually really funny because this is the same shtick Sam and I use every week time there's a rebus. We type it in and we run out of letters. But something else is going on here today. Just when you think you know what's happening, these puzzle constructors and the editors throw us a curveball.
It's exactly, we love nothing more than having you think you've gotten our puzzles down to a science.
Right.
And we give you actually credit to the constructors more than us. The constructors are the ones coming up with all the new crazy ideas. We just have the privilege to publish them. Really. Right. This was all Trenton's brainchild. He says, I've got a new twist on a rebus puzzle. Check out what I've done. We love it. We eat it up. We edit it.
I think it's great. And this has happened before, but not for a long time. So newer solvers may be seeing this for the first time. Nine Bark Outfitters needs some closure, Sam, and he'd like you to type in DRI at the end of 3 down.
At the end of, so sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry. Yes, let's throw that in. We should check some crossers too.
Yeah.
Swamp Flora, Cry of Frustration.
Arg.
Muckraking. Oh, I know this. Muckraking journalist Jacob is Reese.
Yep. Learned about him in school. Now, the one above it, Arg, I'm a little sore about, Sam, because I think of it as 1A.
Oh, really? See, I only allow the 2A and the B.
Yes. Let's see. Michael Cohn believes that 46 down is II. Now, we do have an I there, but the drill command, II is not really a command. If we think about it, it's more of an agreement, and it's spelled, I believe, AYE.
AYE. So that's a perfect grommula guess. We got to take our guesses. We're still trying to figure out what the heck's going on with the theme. That's not going to be the one we're looking for today.
But I remember, and I used to have an ex-military person as a gym teacher in school.
Oh, didn't we all?
We used to practice our turns, believe it or not. He would march us up and down the gym and have eyes right and eyes left. And I think it's
Say that again. Eyes
right. Eyes L. Yeah, L-E. Wow, we lost the FT again.
This is a creative spell. This is a rebusized spelling of aisle. You just spell out the I with E-Y-E. Super duper.
Right. And Nine Bark Outfit has it. Yeah, it's eyes left, but we lost our FT. So let's keep going. Woo, bring up.
Bring up, so that's rear?
Right, because you can bring up a subject or you can bring up children.
Exactly.
And that's another case of what else could it mean? Because it's Thursday, and that's what we do.
Oh, this is 51 down. This is Scouts BSA,
I
rebranded from the simple Boy Scouts of America.
Right. Now, here's an interesting thing that I noticed. First of all, I didn't know that they rebranded, and thank God, because just in the nick of time. But what I find interesting about this is that the Boy Scouts of America which was their former name, was rebranded because it was thought to be too sexist, because there were a lot of perfectly cromulent Girl Scouts too, and they also
I'll throw in the fist bump for that.
They also excluded a lot of people. So you tell me why the rebranding includes Boy Scouts of America in the name still.
That is that is above my pay grade, Deb. And
Somebody
I
look
think they
into
bring
that,
us on
please.
to focus on these crossword puzzles, but it is a
Right.
bit of an enigma, don't you think?
It is an enigma
know
wrapped
more.
in a ho-ho. Let's see. Bruce Giordano says, "We'll write down where you were before." The answer is sedge.
Is sedge?
That's something you need to commit to memory.
Sounds of puzzlement. Ha! We know this all too well.
Eh?
So what is this?
Oh, somebody mentioned it before and said it would be parting gift.
Parting GI. That's when you retire.
Right. That's your parting GI, or
they become gym teachers afterwards.
Your gastrointestinal system with you.
Wait. I'm having so much fun doing that. So
is that are you dropping a beat? I mean,
whatever you interpret that to mean.
Okay.
That's so okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 theme answers. We still need to figure out this. What's going on here?
Well, we have some people who are putting some more answers in. Todd Booth agrees that's lay, L-E-S.
Thank you, Todd.
Eddie says 54 down is aces.
Is aces. Okay, and then that's SOS.
Right.
And then there's, as opposed to SOS help. And then the 500s in the Dewey Decimal System, that's going to be for science books.
See, this is why you should never sleep through a class. I had a class in library science when I was in high school, and I had completely forgotten what that was. I don't think anybody would remember it off the top of their heads, and hopefully you get it through the crossing.
That was our goal. We did not expect people to throw that one in, but thank goodness for the crossers, right? Only just 2 easy theme answers and, well, tough clue for aces.
Yeah.
So we got Ada. Oh, we do have Ada
Outfitters, and Todd Booth says, "What the is going on here?"
Whoa now. Isaac's gonna have to cut
it down, Todd. Michael Cohn believes that 30 down is spa.
Post-op stop. I could post-op stop.
Well, I would go to a spa, but I think it's more likely to be, and hopefully not, the ICU.
I was gonna say, I think it's ICU here, though. I would much rather go to the spa.
Absolutely. I think people would heal a lot faster.
We haven't even come across this yet.
Ooh, highlighting alert.
Highlighting alert.
They must have something to do with
each other.
Wow.
A wild revealer appeared. Emmy-winning HBO drama whose name suggests this puzzle's theme. Well, what is this puzzle's theme again? We have...
Well, we lost some letters. That's really what Trenton forgot some letters.
FT. I'll stop making the sound effects because I'm getting incessant with them. FT, and I don't have a 6th finger, so it's FT. 6 times.
So, now, 9 Bark Outfitters has 29 across, and Jessica's getting it. Michael Cohn said, "Oh my God!"
Yes, for what is it? Oh my!
It's starting to dawn on everybody, and yes, in fact, the answer to that cross-reference clue is 6 feet under. The show about undertakers. Loved it.
How about it?
How about that?
How about that?
Now,
was this an arg or an egg?
Before we finish solving the puzzle, let's just uncover this whole thing. You counted how many FTs we had going across the grid from left to right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. FT.
I'm totally loving the realization that people are typing in the things. Yes, what happened was the FT is actually tucked neatly under the grid. So, and there are 6 of them, and FT, as Valeria said, and Dawn Brightsman said, is the abbreviation of the word foot or feet. And so what we have are 6 feet under.
Boom.
Ta-da!
Galaxy Brain theme, indeed.
Yeah, everybody's loving it, and fan flipping-tastic theme. This was a fun Thursday.
And flippin-tastic. I love that.
Okay, but we have a few more squares to fill in, so don't leave now.
Do old Saxon right here
Old
for
Saxon.
Germanic.
Yep. What else have we got?
A dunderhead. Well, sheesh, how did I not see this one earlier? That's
right under
below,
idiot.
That's Trenton really
Trenton?
yin yang us.
Yeah. And then a grove is a copse. That's a word I know.
As opposed to the cops in the SFPD.
Right. Look at that. We did it.
We solved the Thursday crossword. Really, really special. Cut above, even as far as Thursday crosswords go. This was excellent, Trenton.
It really was. And very well done. Very tight. You know, do I love a Roman numeral in my puzzle? Not necessarily, but I think it's fairly, I'm giving it a pass. I'm giving it a total pass because the theme was so cool.
The theme's super cool. Also, one thing, constructors take note, if your brain is like my brain and you marvel at this sort of stuff, this was not easy to do. Trenton had to stack 2 theme answers next to each other in 2 different parts of the grid, and even had to build in these additional themers and build in this revealer, and realize the only way he's going to get this to work is by doing the special thing we call mirror symmetry. You'll notice that the black square pattern has the same configuration on the left side as it does mirrored on the right. And so this is really challenging.
The black squares would match.
Yes, exactly. If you fold it like a book, the hot dog way rather than the hamburger way where you'll find the missing FTs.
Right.
That's how you'll that's how you'll see the symmetry here. And I mean, look, we've got two lovely peoples in the grid. We've got our Nia,
Lola and Nia. That's
Lola and Nia.
Little known fact, those were William Howard Taft's backup singers.
Exactly. And Scorsese was filming the music videos.
Right, exactly.
With old Saxon subtitles.
People are absolutely flipping out, and they're very thankful that it wasn't a rebus. A nice change from a rebus, I have to say. Michael Cohn says, thanks, y'all would have been struggling without you two. That's what we're here for, Michael. Come join us any Thursday, and hopefully soon on Mondays, or maybe some other day of the week. Who knows? Anything could happen here at the New York Times. But I did want to thank you all for joining us. Thank you to Trenton Charlson for a wonderful puzzle. Thank you, Sam, for solving with me as well.
Always a pleasure, for real.
Thank you all. Dawn says, I may finally have recovered from Sunday.
Sunday was wicked. Sunday was a wicked puzzle.
Yes, yeah. We've had a record for wordplay comments. But I hope you'll also take the time to do Sam's wonderful puzzle tomorrow. That's a great way to open the weekend.
If you dare.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us. One more time, this is Deb Amlen for the New York Times, heading outside. Have a happy Thursday.
Have a good one, everyone.